Manchester United thought when they forked out 86 million to Ajax for Brazilian winger Antony in the summer that they were getting a ready-made world beater capable of getting bums off seats inside Old Trafford. However, it has not gone all to plan. Hey guys, it's Let's Talk Football here, and today we look at if Antony has been a flop for Manchester United. Like with every newcomer to the English top flight, there is a fair argument that the 22-year-old needs to be given reasonable time to adjust to the demands of playing in what many consider the toughest league in the world. But patience amongst United fans and former players is running out. United's struggles in the right-wing department have been well catalogued during recent seasons, with Jadon Sancho's high-profile move from Borussia Dortmund in 2021 meant to solve all of their problems. Less than 2 years on, and it clearly hasn't worked. And Antony's arrival was an admission that the club had got it wrong. Unfortunately, so far, all eyes point towards a second costly mistake. Scoring on his debut in United's 3-1 win over Arsenal near the start of the season, Antony went on to score in his next 2 league games, but since then, highlights have been few and far between as the Brazilian struggled to build on bright moments. 3 Premier League goals, his last coming against Everton in September, and a goal in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup doesn't exactly match the hype around his move. His seeming inability to run at players and take his opposite man on is becoming an ever-growing frustrating part of the winger's game, and it is prompting many to question why he hasn't faced the axe. What's gone wrong for Antony? Or is playing for one of the world's biggest clubs just a step too far for the man from Sao Paulo? At Ajax, Antony was the star of the Johan Cruyff Arena, scoring 24 goals and registering 22 assists in 82 appearances for Ajax, not to mention his mesmerizing footwork that would see him glide past players in similar fashion to the man the Dutch club named their stadium after. Since swapping Holland for England, however, those qualities have rarely been seen, with Antony's dribbling success rate dropping by 20% and making on average just 1 successful dribble every 90 minutes. That is hardly a great return on the near 100 million the club forked out for his services. His trademark spin, combined with blistering pace and an array of skills typical of Brazilian wingers, means Antony has all the hallmarks to be a success in England's northwest. But he needs to start demonstrating the qualities that first earned him a move to the club, or else he faces the exit door. The impending return of Sancho only heaps more pressure on Antony to start producing the goods for Man United, with the club still realistically in the hunt for the Premier League title. But if improvement isn't seen soon, then it would be no surprise to see Ten Hag drop the star and head back to the transfer market. United were in dire need of a right winger in the summer, as Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho are both stronger on the left, and opted for Antony in place of Cody Gakpo, who joined Liverpool from PSV earlier this month. Gakpo may have cost Liverpool just 50 million, almost half the amount United paid for Antony, but there is no apparent class difference between the two. It is now clear Ajax sold him well above his market value. It has even been reported that United officials have admitted they paid too much for Antony. The Brazilian is the 5th most expensive player in British football history, behind Jack Grealish, Romelu Lukaku, Paul Pogba, and Chelsea newcomer Mudryk. When I watch Antony, he just doesn't do enough for me. He gives me Pepe, who used to be at Arsenal, for vibes. And Antony, he doesn't have to please everyone, but to stay in Ten Hag's starting 11 and not go down in history as the biggest transfer flop of the 2022-23 season, he'll need to prove he can not only pull tricks, but make a valuable contribution at United. I wouldn't call him a flop yet. He is just too overpriced. Man United is a stupid club here. Just because you bought him for 100 mil doesn't mean he'll turn into Messi overnight. Compared to when he was at Ajax, he's still the same. His performance didn't drop, he's just overpriced, I think, that's all. But let us know what you guys think. Is Antony a flop? Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys on the next one.